Dear friends, welcome to this channel. In previous video, I have explained the classification of nucleophiles and bases into four groups. The first one is only nucleophile, only base, strong nucleophile and strong base, weak nucleophile and weak base. And also I have explained the competition between SN1, SN2, E1 and E2 reactions. In this video, I will explain the competition between SN1, SN2, E1 and E2 reactions by taking some examples. Let us take methyl bromide. We know that in the case of methyl bromide, there is no beta hydrogen. When there is no beta hydrogen, there is no possibility of elimination reaction. There is no possibility of elimination reaction. In case of methyl halides, there is a possibility of only SN2 reaction. SN1 reaction is not possible since CH3 plus, the methyl carbocation, is highly unstable. In SN1 reaction, what is the intermediate? The intermediate is carbocation. Here, the formation of carbocation is not favorable. So, in this case, whatever nucleophile or base you take, you will get SN2 type of product. So, when you treat with SH minus, this one is only nucleophile and this one is only base. This one is strong nucleophile and also strong base, and this one is a weak nucleophile and also weak base. If you take any nucleophile or any base, in case of methyl bromide, you will get SN2 type of product. So here you will get simply you will get CH3SH. In this case you will get CH3OBU, and in this case you will get CH3OET, and in this case also you will get CH3OET. So in all these cases, what is the reaction mechanism? The reaction mechanism is SN2. If you take N-butyl bromide, it's a primary alkyl halide. When you take only nucleophile, in primary alkyl halide case, only nucleophile, this one exhibits SN2 mechanism. If you take only base always gives a E2 mechanism. And if you take this one is strong nucleophile, strong base, this one is less bulky base, strong nucleophile and also strong base. In this case, you will get SN2 mechanism. The major one is SN2. SN2 is the major. We know that in case of primary alkyl halide, there is no SN1. If you use weak nucleophile or weak base, in this case there is no solvolysis. In this case there is only SN2 type of mechanism. So what are the products you will get? This one is SN2. Simply you will get in place of bromine there is a substitution of SH, and this one is elimination. Okay, this one This carbon, this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. The beta carbon has a hydrogen. One of the hydrogens will be eliminated. And here bromine will be eliminated. So you will get alkene. That is butene you will get. In case of ethoxide, this one is less bulky base. This one is more bulky base. This one is more bulky. So in this case you will get E2 elimination. In case of ethoxide less bulky base, you will get SN2 product. So what is the product you will get? You will get, in place of bromine, there is a substitution of oxide. In this case also you will get SN2 type product. So it will be OET. So in primary alkyl halides case, there is no SN1, whatever may be the condition. Let us take a secondary. This one is a secondary carbon. This one is a secondary butyl pentyl bromide. This one is secondary alkyl halide. If you take only nucleophile, this one is, in this case there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. There is a SN2 type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Suppose if you take bulky base, tertiary butoxide, in this case there is an elimination, E2 elimination reaction. In ethoxide case, you have SN2 type of substitution and also E2 elimination. In this case, E2 elimination is major. This one is major. And SN2 is minor. SN2 product is minor. When you use only weak nucleophile and weak base, in this case you will get SN1 type of product and also G1 elimination. So we know that if you take SH minus, SN2 type, here there is an inversion of configuration. So what is the product you will get? In case of SH minus, the configuration should be inverted. So you will get this one. In tertiary butoxide case, there is a E2 elimination. Since it is a bulky base, this one abstract proton from this carbon. It's very difficult to reach tertiary butoxide on this proton. So it's simply abstract proton from this carbon. So in this case, you will get Hofmann product, less substituted alkane. Suppose if you take ethoxide, this one is strong nucleophile, strong base and less bulky. In this case, you will get Sage-F product, that is more substituted alkane. In this case, there is an elimination of this hydrogen and this bromine. So you will get 2-pentene. In this case, you will get 1-pentene, and in this case, you will get 2-pentene. This one is major. Along with 2-pentene, you will get this one is major. The minor one is this one. This one is minor. In case of ethyl alcohol, there is SN1 type of mechanism. So you will get a racemic mixture. racemic mixture. So in this case you will get, what is the racemic mixture you will get, and retention of configuration and also inversion of configuration. Okay, this one is SN1. SN1 is major, and the G1 product, this one always follows Sajoff rule. You will get more substituted product. This is the more substituted alkene you will get. In case of ethyl alcohol, in case of weak nucleophile and weak base, at room temperature, SN1 is the major. Suppose if you heat, suppose the condition is changed. If you heat, then G1 is the major. E1 will be major and SN1 will be minor. SN1 will be minor. Okay, this is about secondary alkyl halide. If you take tertiary alkyl halide, we know that in case of tertiary alkyl halide, there is no SN2 type of mechanism. So when you treat with only nucleophile, this one acts as only nucleophile. So here there should be nucleophilic substitution reaction. The nucleophilic substitution reaction will be SN1 type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, we know that in case of tertiary butoxide, bulky bases always E2 mechanism. Always E2 mechanism. In case of primary, secondary, tertiary also, tertiary butoxide, bulky bases. In case of bulky bases, there is a E2 mechanism. This one is less bulky, strong nucleophile and strong base. So, in this case, what is the mechanism? Here, the mechanism will be E2 mechanism. And if you take ethyl alcohol, here there is a solvolysis. There is a solvolysis. So here in this case you will get SN1 type of mechanism and E1 type of mechanism, and also you will get E2 type of mechanism. In case of tertiary alkyl halides, this is a tertiary alkyl halide. If you use strong nucleophile or strong base, in this case there is a SN1 mechanism also possible. So what are the products you will get? So when you treat with SH minus, you will get SN1 type of product. So simply in place of bromine, you have to substitute SH. And tertiary butoxide, this one gives a Hoffman product, less substituted product, less substituted alkene, you will get. So here there is a removal of hydrogen from this carbon and the bromine, this hydrogen. So you will get double bond at this position. This is a product, in this case tertiary butoxide. In case of ethoxide, you will get Sajoff product. Sajoff means more substituted alkene you will get. So what is a more substituted alkene? In this case you will get, there is an elimination of hydrogen from this carbon. So you will get, this is a more substituted alkene. In ethyl alcohol, it's a solvent. Here solvolysis takes place. So there is a formation of carbocation. So there is a SN1 mechanism E1 and also there is a possibility of E2. Here SN1 is major. So in this case also you will get OET, and also more substituted alkane. This is about the competition between SN1, SN2, E1 and E2